Hello guys, this is Kletsie from Kletsie's Modded Minecraft. Today I will bring to you a mod spotlight of Ender utilities. It's my first mod spotlight, so let's get this show on the road. Okay, here I have a small overview of most of the items that Ender utilities adds. We might be able to do this in one mod spotlight, it might become two, I don't know. Look at the cool. Look how cool it looks. It's so cool. The entire mod is cool. I recommend checking it out. Let's get started on the first items. These are basic machines. Well, basic. It's Ender utilities. You need Ender pills, so it isn't basic. Here you have the Ender furnace. The Ender furnace has some cool functions. It can use Ender pills as fuel next to the normal fuels. It has a toggle slow and fast function. So on the slow function it is more fuel efficient, but it takes longer to smelt stuff. In the fast function it is faster but less fuel efficient. The coolest thing about this Ender furnace is you can automatically allow it to output to your Ender chest. Look, it says Kletsie to my Ender chest. So let's get some items and see how this works. Okay, we've got some items to put in here. Let's smelt up some cobblestone. As you can see, it is already faster than a vanilla furnace, and it is using Ender pills as fuel. They last quite a while. Let's see how long it takes. And of course, now you can automatically output it to your Ender chest, like so. Yeah. It works great. Let's see, it did 8 cobblestone, so it's just as efficient as a piece of coal. Now you can see a special thing about this furnace. It even smelts without fuel. It is slower than a vanilla furnace when it does this, but it is free of fuel. Okay, now let's see in the fast mode. Look how fast. Yeah, this is a furnace you do need. You do need it. And as you can see, the stone ended up in my Ender chest. After that you have the creation station. This looks really difficult, but in fact it is a furnace again. Same as we had before, the slow and the fast mode. It uses Ender pills as fuel. Look, you can smelt stuff, it's the same speed, and you have this fast mode, it will smelt, it's the same as we had before. Cool thing is these numbers here. You can actually use JEI to input recipes here. If we just look at an Ender capacitor advanced, like so, click it in, and you can even save it here. Shift left click. A really cool feature about Ender utilities is on the tooltips it gives you a lot of information, and let's not do it like this, let's do it like this. This is what it does, a creation station. It allows you to craft, it allows you to save the recipes, it allows you to smelt. There's one note though, it will need memory cards. Memory cards come in different sizes. These are some of the recipes. Ender Ally. This is the enhanced version. You also have the basic version. Again, Ender pills. It's Ender utilities. You will use a lot of Ender pills. And you have the enhanced version. That's the basic one with some cold ingots. And the advanced version, which is eyes of the Ender. So yeah, you also need blaze powder. It's not supposed to be cheap. It is an overpowered item. Is the recipe of the Ender furnace. It has an inactive Ender core, which is just Ender Ally basic, a block of redstone. And the recipe of the creation station is a enhanced Ender core, enhanced Ally, and 2 Ender furnaces. Well, you do get 2 Ender furnaces in it. So yeah. It seemed fair. It seemed fair to me. Okay, now let's continue to 2 really important items in this mod: the tool workstation and the Ender infuser. the recipes are like so in slime ball, but the rest is easy to get. And the ender infuser is the same, it's easy to get and you will use this a lot. Let me explain why. This is a tool workstation. All the tools of Ender utilities use the tool workstation to add or remove modules. We will get back to most of the modules later on, but this is tool workstation. This is where you do it. Quickly show it. I will use my sword. You see, I added a ender core and capacitor and a crystal. The cores, this is how you craft the cores. How you activate them, we will get back to later on. It's the cores itself are just crafting recipes. The activated cores is what you use in your tool workstation. Every tool uses power, and the power it does use is stored in different tiers items. You have the ender capacitor basic, which it doesn't want to show me the recipe. Here we go. Oh, it doesn't want to show me the recipes at all. Oh wait, like this, like this. This is the recipe for the basic one. For the advanced one and the enhanced one. It's not too expensive, not too cheap. Then after you get yourself a ender capacitor, you go to the ender infuser. The ender infuser burns ender pearls, as we already expected. It does burn IF-Ender2, that's more efficient to use. And this is one way of charging your ender capacitors. Early game you will be using this. Later on we will get back to this and I will show you a way better way of doing this. So yeah, let's get to the inventory sorting now. Okay, let's get started on inventory sorting of Ender utilities. Let's start with a handy bag. Yeah, the name already suggests a handy bag. It is fun. It is fun. Look, if I open my inventory now, I have an extra slot. I don't even need to open the bag. I just have extra inventory space now. Yeah, the handy bag is crafted like so. And the robe, again, and the pearls, of course, and the pearls. It is Ender utilities after all. It does require an ender chest, so again, it's not cheap, but not too expensive either. We do need to use the memory cards in here. The memory cards, it already says on the tooltip, the bigger the memory card you use, the more storage you get from it. It depends on what you want. If you want a lot of storage in your inventory, go for the bigger cards. If you can't afford them yet, use the smaller ones first. They're not bound. You can remove them as much as you want. You do have 4 cards, so you actually have 4 times the inventory space you see here. The funny part about this storage is it is in bytes. It's not like your normal inventory. It is in bytes. If you look at me putting all this down, it all goes into one slot. Because I use the biggest card, it can actually store a lot more in one slot than your normal inventory slot would. Another cool feature is if you have your stone stored in there but want to use it to build, yeah, just fill all the existing stacks. If you had multiple stacks in there, it would fill all of the stacks. Then you also have the mode that it automatically picks up. Look, you see, pick up the matching. So now if I drop stone, it picks up the stone and it goes straight into the bag. But if I pick up the ender pearl, it goes into my inventory. Of course, you also have the mode that it will store everything in the handy bag. Yeah, you see now the ender pearls went in there. Also, another cool feature of the handy bag is the restock mode. You see, I just filled the stack and turn it off again. I'll show you again. Just 1 stone in there, the rest is in my handy bag. I activate the restock mode and it filled up the stack. if you are wondering what the hotkeys are, there are a lot of hotkeys in this mod. The tooltip will show you. It will take some time to get used to. I'm still not used to it at all, but yeah, the tooltip will be your best friend now. So that's the handy bag. The handy bag also has a bigger brother, which is the large handy bag, and that is crafted like so. So it's just upgrading the old handy bag, and I still can't get used to the item frames, and this is bigger. You still have the same memory cards, so you actually can still store the same amount of items in 4 different slots. As you can see as you can see right here, you just have extra spaces. Once you're used to this, you don't want anything else anymore. You don't even want to play without any utilities. And I just started, guys. I just started. Yeah, this is the memory cards. I had it here down to show you guys. Let's continue with the inventory swapper. The inventory swapper is an item I'm still getting used to. It does have a cool GUI like you are used to. Right now I am wearing diamond armor, and I've got gold armor stored in this memory card. This inventory swapper can only hold the 6-byte memory card, seeing it as it only needs to store your inventory. It's it won't have extra effect of having bigger cards here. You can't store more than you have in here. Here you see an information button. I should have showed this before, I didn't. I've got this marked. You can see and mark it. I've got this marked to be swapped. You can mark entire rows, a row like this. You can mark single slots. You can mark entire rows and only remove that single slot you want to be swapped out. This is cool for whenever you go out wandering. You do take other items with you than whenever you are building and stuff like that. So yeah, you see now my armor went down, and I'm wearing gold armor at the moment, and it swapped the diamond armor to here. Now I swap it back again. I've got the diamond armor. This doesn't only work for your armor, it works for your entire inventory. So let's continue. The ender bag, and I'm still not used to item frames. Yeah, okay, this is the ender bag. It is crafted like so. Again, the ender rope and the ender core enhanced. It's not difficult. This bag is really cool. On its own, it will not hold any items. It's not an actual bag. If you look in here again, here I'm showing you whatever the upgrades you can put in here are available. Of course, I'm using the creative one, and I've got 2 crystals in here. Let me talk to you about these crystals. You have a link crystal location, which is crafted like so. It has to be green stained glass. So yeah, get the cacti going. And you have the link crystal block. The difference between these crystals is the link crystal location is used to store locations, and the block is used to store blocks. It will become more clearer to you later on in this mod spotlight. As you can see, I've linked this to a small memory chest, and I've linked this to a chest in the overworld. So let's see. Let's open the small memory chest. What? I've got memory cards in here. No, the memory cards are actually in this chest. I just linked this and back to this chest. Now I'm going to link it to that one. Look, different memory cards. I've also got it linked to the normal chest, and there's a lot of black wool and diorite in there. And pressing Control, scrolling gets me to the different chest. As shown in here in the tool workstation, as I said before, this is really important in this mod. You can put 4 crystals, so you can link it to 4 different chests. Link it to your sorting system, link it to your building bag. I don't know, it's really great. Use it. Then we do have the ender bucket. the ender bucket can store up to 16 buckets in one bucket. It can also, via those crystals, be linked to a tank. I don't have any tanks at the moment to show you, but as you can see, it can hold 16 millibuckets. No more pulling around those lava buckets and stuff like that. Just link it to the tank, run to lava, empty out the lake, and you have the lava back home. Now let's get to the item pickup manager. This is an extensive item. I'm not that familiar with it yet. I did do some messing around with it. Again, a crystal which you place in here like I'm showing here, and that crystal is linked to this chest. Now I do have my filter set to whitelist diorite as a transport filter. So if it picks up diorite, if I pick up diorite, it will transport it to that chest that I have specified in this crystal. Here you can put 3 crystals, so you could specify 3 different chests. And here I blacklisted diorite. This means I am not allowed to pick up diorite in my own inventory. So let's try this out. We need diorite and we need black wool. As you can see here, diorite is specified. It's whitelisted to be transported, and it's blacklisted to be picked up. Now let's see. If I throw down some black wool, I pick it up, it goes to my inventory. Now if I throw down some diorite, it didn't went into my inventory, it went straight to this chest. So yeah, play around with it. You can do really awesome things with it, especially cobblestone. You could run the cobblestone straight into a trash chest and stuff like that. Let's start with the quick stacker. The quick stacker is a really cool item. It takes some time getting used to, just like the item pickup manager. Setting it up is easy. Here you have the recipe, some ender alloy, some piston, some redstone. It's not that hard. First off, you need to specify what slots he is allowed to quick sort in. You do have 4 different presets again, and you have the info mark over here. Like now I will specify using the middle mouse button. I will specify it's stone and ender pearls. As you can see in here, if I put 1 stone in there, it has space to put it. I've got an extra quick stacker here. Now again, you have the toggle key, press G, and you see it put all of my stone in there. It didn't touch the ender pearls. I did specify here it is allowed to use the stack, but it doesn't have ender pearls specified in a chest nearby. If I place another chest and put 1 ender pearl in there, I leave 1 stone in there, and I do the same trick again. You see, ender pearls in here, stone in here. A really nice early game quick sorting. Here we have the handy chest. The handy chest is exactly like your handy bag. It's just a block in the world instead of an item in your inventory. It can still store a lot of items. You see, it works the same. You can put the memory cards in here. You have 4 different slots. It looks small, it isn't. And here you also have the fill all stacks, but also the move all items except hotbar and stuff like that, and only move the matching items. So it does move the stone because there's stone in there, but it won't move my pickaxe. Here we have memory chests. The funny part about memory chests is you can tell it what to accept and what not to accept. I've specified stone in these slots and chests in these slots. I can't even put stone in here because stone is specified to go in there. The best part about it, that is especially in automation, the hopper, every pipe or whatever, it will put the stone in these slots and not in these slots, because stone is not allowed in these slots. How do you specify this? You place the item, I can't of course. If you place the item in here and you middle click it, it will specify that item in that slot, as shown with my sword. My sword is not actually in there, it is a coast item. The same with this stone and these chests. You can see that it outlines in blue if the item actually is in there. The memory chest comes in 3 sizes: the small, the normal and the large. They all function the same. Looking at the time, guys, this is all we can do for now. The rest will be in part 2 of the mod spotlight of and the utilities. Don't forget to subscribe so you will get notified when I upload part 2. A like or comment is always appreciated. This was Kletsie. I'm signing off. See you guys later.